Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to Saturday. It is Saturday morning. It's about 11 o'clock. I've been up for a couple hours and I've already been feeling very productive. I'm nearly done editing Monday's vlog, which is fantastic. I've done my skincare, my face feels amazing, I've curled my hair, just, you know, because I don't have to be a total scruff on the weekends. Sometimes it's nice to feel just a little bit pretty on a Saturday. Was it necessary? No. Am I gonna go hiking in about 5 hours and totally destroy this? Yeah, but at least for the next 5 hours, I feel pretty. Anyway, it is a cozy and relaxing Saturday. That is my plan. It has been a good week, but it's been a little bit of a rough week. Like, nothing terrible has happened despite what my brain is trying to tell me. It's one of those weeks where it just feels like there've been lots of little things, especially like Tuesday and Thursday were good, but they were really exhausting. Wednesday was lovely, as you saw in the last vlog. Wednesday was generally pretty good despite going to the dentist. Yesterday, Friday, was fine. I refuse to call it a bad day. It just wasn't the best day. It was just one of those days where it felt like every little thing that could go wrong was going wrong. I had a lot of work to do. I was dealing with knee pain. I had a headache. I was really tired. So like by the afternoon I was going for my hike and I had been kind of looking forward to that hike for 3 days because I hadn't hiked since Monday. It was like after 3 days of not hiking 3 days in a row, I was really excited to go for a hike and I just was not feeling well. And then I got out to the park and the parking lot where I wanted to park at to do the trail that I wanted to do was full. So I had to go to the main parking lot, which was fine. And like I said, like there was nothing truly wrong yesterday. It just, I'm feeling a bit fragile at the moment. I couldn't cope. Nothing horrible was happening, but I still couldn't cope. So I just feel like I need the weekend to really just relax and reset my brain and just have 2 days of absolute coziness. So I'm just gonna vlog today. I'm not gonna vlog the whole weekend in this vlog because I think I need one day where I'm not talking to a camera, I'm just hanging out by myself. But today I want to hang out with you all. So I do have some plans, some things I want to do. It's kind of a busy day in a way, but it's a busy day of doing fun, relaxing things, if that makes sense. I really want to do some planning for February. February is going to be a big month. I turn 43. That's exciting. And yeah, I just want to sit down and start brainstorming some ideas, some goals, things like that, get my planner set up. I don't know how much actual planning I will do today, but I want to get the planner set up and just figure out how I want to use all the space in this planner. Also need to do some outlining today and some editing, so do a little bit more reading in the Scrivener read through, do some more outlining for Independent Hearts 4. I'll give you the updates on where those are at, progress I've made since the last vlog on Wednesday. So I did do some work on both of them on Thursday and Friday, so I'll give you that update. I would like to do some reading. So I think those are the 4 big things: planning, editing, outlining, and reading. And then hiking. Hiking is the 5th one. But we will end the day and possibly end the vlog with a hike before coming home and having a nice, cozy, relaxing evening. I have chicken soup from Mom. So if you watched Wednesday's vlog, in case you were wondering, yes, she did make the chicken soup, and yes, she did bring a giant container of it to me yesterday on Friday when we went to Whole Foods. So I do have some chicken soup. Anyway, enough rambling. I need to get coffee and breakfast, and we'll just see how much of my plans I manage to do, because the top priority today really is to just rest. Okay, I have just finished having brunch at this point. I'm still drinking my coffee. I've got about that much left in it, so still drinking that. I have finished editing Monday's vlog. I was so close. I just had like 4 more minutes left to like edit and then the music to put on. So I'm like, just get that done and then you don't have to worry about it. So that's what I did. And now I am getting ready to plan. So I've got my planner and I've got my content journal, notes, ideas, content plans. So I need to go through and look at what vlog ideas from January I filmed and can cross off, and which ones need to be migrated over to February, and then start a February content brain dump. I started doing an end of January, beginning of February list of what was going to go up when, so I want to finish filling that out. So I want to update that for end of January, beginning of February, and then I've got my planner, which I sticked a couple pens down the spiral usually. So I've got my planner. So I want to wrap up January in here and get February started. So on my laptop and my computer in front of me, I've got my iCalendar on my Mac in front of me on my laptop. For those, I haven't talked about this in a while. I think I have talked about it, but just as a refresher, my basic planning method is I do have a digital calendar. So I use iCal in Apple, because I'm all Apple technology. So it then syncs my calendar between my laptop, my phone, my iPad mini. No matter what I'm looking at, I will get calendar alerts on all 4 devices and on my watch. And no matter which device I have with me, if I leave one at home, I will have at least, you know, my phone with me. So schedules and time specific things go into my digital calendar, with usually at least 1 calendar alert, if not 2 or 3. Depending on the thing, I might, like the event, I might do a 1-week reminder and a 2-day or day before reminder, or I might do a 1-hour reminder and a 30-minute reminder for less important tasks. Anything really specific that I have to be there at a certain time. So appointments, my teaching schedule, video calls and meetings that I have scheduled. So anything really time and date and location specific goes into my digital planner. That then gets transferred into my physical planner, and then my daily and weekly tasks and goals and those more flexible things all get put in here. So the only tasks that go into my digital planner are things that need to be done by a certain time. So yeah, that's kind of how I plan in terms of what I use. I have used a physical planner for years now, and they've also kind of become my diary, which is something I'll talk about when I work on this planner after I do some planning. I can look back, like I'm really horrible at keeping an actual like journal of like, here's what I did each day. The vlogs are kind of that for me, but I don't vlog every day anymore. But every day I write something down for a task I'm working on or an appointment I have. And honestly, looking back through my older planners, those tasks or meetings or appointments or whatever, that's enough for me to kind of visualize what I was doing. All the little codes and abbreviations I use for different projects, like I can look back and see when I was working on ATP1, and it's like, gosh, that's a brave start, and that's been out for years now. Or start developing Independent Hearts, and it's like, wow. So I like having the physical planners. I did a bullet journal for quite a few years. and I love looking back through those. And then I started switching back towards pre-printed planners because they've just been less time consuming. But yeah, this planner has been working out really, really well for kind of having that combination of planner, but also a bit of journaling and diary and just like snapshot of the day and what I was doing. And there's 2 things I'm doing related to that, and one of them is also related to my mood board for the year. So I'm going to get to wrapping up January in both of these and setting up February in both of these. This isn't going to be that involved, but still want to do that. And I kind of think I like doing this the weekend before the new month starts. February 1st is on Thursday. I kind of like that I'm doing this on the Saturday because once I get things set up in the planner and the content journal, I then can be slowly kind of filling things in and actually planning things between now and February 1st. So yeah, that'll be cool. So anyway, enough chatting. Let me get to planning, and then we will talk about some of my bigger goals for February. Okay, I think I have things set up. I have put everything into the February month pages that I know of right now, and I've migrated things from the January pages over to February. I've cleaned up the sticky notes that often get left in my planner. I'm a huge fan of sticky notes. And I've got the first week, well, not full week. I've got this week, which includes the first few days of February, are set up. So next weekend I can sit down and do the rest. I'm trying to think, what can I show you? I'll flip you around and show you as much of the planner as I can and how I am currently setting things up. So this is what a typical page, daily page in the planner looks like and what I've added to it. So the main blocks of the planner are the day and date at the top, and then it's got an empty space, top goals, and then an empty space, hourly schedule, and then a big notes section at the bottom. And this is one of the reasons why I really liked this planner. There was another one I was looking at, but it had even more things packed onto one page that was about this same size, and I really, really liked that one. It was a hard choice for me to decide to keep this one. Ultimately, I think it was the peonies that swayed me. But another thing that swayed me was how flexible this seemed, that I could divide up each of these sections even further and use them how I wanted. So throughout January, I've been just kind of playing with it and seeing what I wanted, but I'm going to try out this method for this week. We'll see how it works. I've got a space up here for project progress. So this is where I'll put like Independent Hearts for 1,000 words, ATP for 3 chapters of Scrivener read through, or edited chapter, whatever, once I get to actual editing. Then they've put in top goals with some little circles for check boxes. I've added in other tasks. So I'm going to use these circles as like, these are the things that absolutely must be done on this particular day. And then other tasks will be other things that I would like to try to do on a day, but if they have to get migrated to the next day, that's okay. Then we've got the hourly schedule. What I really like about the hourly schedule section is the lines are so big. So I could put an appointment or an event of some sort, but also have space for maybe a task associated with that if I wanted to. And then down here in the notes section, I'm leaving it as notes, and some days I might just put down notes. But what I've been doing throughout January, and I don't know if I can like flip through a little bit. I don't want to give it away because it's becoming very personal. This is where I'm like writing down a really quick summary of the day. I haven't done it for every single day, especially on the weekends where it's just pretty relaxing. And the weekends, it typically only gives you, the whole weekend is split up into half the page for Saturday, half the page for Sunday. So on the weekend, there's not enough room to do both notes / journal / diary, as well as this section, which is becoming my favorite section. I will probably do a deeper dive into this little experiment I'm running. I feel like I want to do it for at least another month because I didn't start it until, when did I start it? It looks like I started it on January 17th. So I've only done it for half of the month. I want to do it for at least all of February, and then maybe around the time of spring break we can talk more. But what I'm doing is every day I'm collecting moments of magic. That's what I'm calling them. This is my version of a gratitude practice. I can talk in a future vlog about why I need to call it something different. But yeah, traditional gratitude practices have just never worked with my brain. If you tell me to sit down and write 3 things I'm grateful for, I struggle. I struggle to take it seriously. Again, this is a whole bigger conversation than I have time to get into in this vlog. But it is really important to notice all the little positive things that happen in a day. My 3 words for the year are imperfect, magic, and cozy. So this little moments of magic list ties in with one of those words. And so basically what I'm doing is throughout the day, whenever there's something that makes me smile or makes me feel good or makes me feel like, wow, you know, I mentally jot it down and then add it to this list. There was one day, the second day I was doing it, I was like, oh shoot, I don't have my planner with me, because I started it on a Wednesday and I was working from home. And so that first day, just for an example, my moments of magic were that first sip of coffee, the cloudy morning sky, a beautiful hike, and a gorgeous pink sky at sunset. It was a really, really good sunset. So then the next day I was out at work and I didn't have my planner with me. So I put it on a little sticky note, and then when I got home, I just moved the sticky note into the planner. And so like at work that day, the gorgeous sky driving to work, getting a ground floor parking spot always makes my day. Putting up new pictures in my cubicle at my desk at my office, a quiet office for the first hour of my office hours, but then fun times in the office with my friends once they all arrived. And then that day, I don't know what it was, because this was like the second week of classes, but I just wrote down students smiling and being nice. So these are all technically things I'm grateful for. So it is essentially a gratitude practice, but just reframing it as moments of magic has been a game changer. And now I am actively like looking for these moments throughout the day. And so it's really making magic as one of my words of the year a lot more constant throughout the days, the weeks, now the month. And I don't know, it's making my life feel a little bit more magical. So that's how I'm setting up for the daily pages, with top goals, other tasks, my hourly schedule, notes, and my moments of magic list, plus a little section at the top to write down project progress. Because in my old planner, I had a completely separate section of my planner that was all my writing trackers. With this planner, I'm trying to streamline all of that and to have everything truly in this one planner and not have a million different sections in a 6-ring binder planner where I'm managing everything. It's not that that way didn't work, but I am just curious if this way might be a little bit better for my brain. The one thing I miss, I will admit this, about this planner is there's nowhere to really set up weekly goals. So one of the things I've started doing, speaking of sticky notes, are little sticky notes that I just title weekly goals, and I will add typically no more than 5 things to this list, and then this sticky note just travels as I turn the page to another couple of days. And I have my little magnetic page bookmark thing. So if the adhesive on a sticky note starts to wear down, it doesn't really matter because it can be kept in place with that little magnet. In terms of how I've got the monthly planner set up, or the monthly pages set up, the monthly pages are great as well because there's a ton of space at the top that I can use, plus there's space down the side. I'm doing top 3 goals and other goals for the whole month, and this is really enough space for kind of those sorts of things. I'm using some of the blank squares that don't have dates in them for book project goals. So I've got space to put down a goal or 2 for Across the Pond 4, and same thing. This would fit like 1 to maybe 3 at the most goals for each project. And I think on each monthly spread, you know, there's another 4 or 5 boxes free at the top of March. There's 4 boxes at the bottom free in April. May, there's 1 box free here and 3 boxes free there. So I think even throughout the year, there will be enough space to continue doing this. In terms of goals, I managed to cross off almost all of my goals for January. In terms of the top goals, there's one more thing that I have to do this week before February 1st. And then there's one thing that's being migrated of the like had to be done before February 1st, or really wanted to have done before February 1st. There were some other things that I'm migrating to February that I put down for January that it would have been nice if they got done, but I'm not upset that they didn't. So far for February, my main goals, I've got space to put down my top 3. I haven't figured out what number 2 and number 3 are going to be, but I know number 1 is make an eye appointment because I need to get my prescription updated. My vision has always been bad, but it is worse than usual. My prescription has definitely changed, so I need an eye appointment. And then other goals, I've got things like I need to start prepping my taxes and getting all the paperwork sorted and stuff like that. And I would like to try to read 6 books. That was one of my goals for January. I don't know if I have done that. I think I'm up to 5. I'm checking Goodreads really quick. We'll see where I'm at in my reading challenge. I've read 5 so far and I've stalled out on the 6th book, but if I focus, I might be able to get it done before the end of Wednesday. So I'm going to try to make a big push in it this weekend. That's kind of how I've set up the planner. So I will keep you all updated. We might do another video vlog like this at the end of February. I haven't yet set my Across the Pond, my book project goals. I kind of want to see where I finish up at the end of January, so I don't know what I'm going to accomplish between now and the end of Wednesday. So probably the first vlog, the first Monday or Wednesday of February, there will be some sort of start of February project update vlog or something like that. So I will try to remember to let you all know about that. So that's kind of where we're at with planning. I will kind of take February to plan a lot for the rest of the year. My planning strategy for this year is a little bit different. I'm planning stuff and doing stuff in January and February, but I'm really not thinking too far beyond February just yet. So around by my birthday is when I will kind of in my head get some bigger goals for the year set out and kind of figure out what am I going to be working on for the remainder of the semester and then throughout the summer, and then what will I be trying to wrap up during the first part of the fall semester. And then the plan is that all of the big stuff will be done, accomplished, off my plate by the end of October. November will be spent just wrapping up any little remaining things, and then December will be, again, doing things that still have to be done, like finishing up my grading for the fall semester, but like coaching work, writing work, YouTube I'll be doing Vlogmas, but like in December, like I really just want it to be finishing up those last work tasks for my full-time job and Vlogmas, nothing else. It really worked for me this year, taking December off of writing. So I think I want to try that again this coming year. And I think if I've gotten things to a point where even Independent Hearts is published by the end of October, then I can spend November kind of easing into what my 2025 projects will be, but then just kind of let those go on pause until January, and then hopefully start back up a little bit earlier in January than I did this year. So yeah, that's also, I guess, a bit of an update on like how I'm planning 2024. So this has been a big planning video. I'm going to switch to doing some Scrivener read-through, editing in Across the Pond 4, and doing some outlining, and then probably do some reading and then go hiking. It is just about 2 o'clock, so I've got basically 2 hours left to work/relax, and then I need to go hiking. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up and get on with all of that. Okay, this is, okay, maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, it is 4:35. The sun is not setting until nearly 6 o'clock at this point. I think it was like 5:54. That's what my phone said. So I've got over an hour to hike. I managed to grab a parking space in what has become my preferred area to hike. I don't know what it is about this season. Last season, I came over here a few times after I'd discovered this trailhead and started hiking over on this side of the park, but I still tended to hike the other side a little bit more. But this season, I think because I've been doing more shorter hikes or just needing hikes where I just can go down a trail and turn around at any point. Also, this side of the park does tend to be quieter, which I definitely prefer, especially on the weekends when everyone just wants to go hiking. I would much rather be out on this side of the park where there's just less people. Like even now, there's, I think, like 10 cars parked out here, but I really, based on previous experience, I really won't see very many people while I'm hiking. So it'll be nice and quiet. Makes me feel like I've got the whole mountain to myself, which is a lovely feeling. But yet there's also comfort in knowing I'm not completely alone, that there are a lot of people around. And I can see people who have parked elsewhere, like when they're up on the other trails. But yeah, it's just, I like hiking out here. So that's what we're doing today. I couldn't hike out here yesterday because it was full, but today I managed. It's still pretty busy, but like there's more people than I would expect, but I was able to get a spot, so that'll be good. Editing and outlining went well. I managed to get through 4 chapters. I was going to stop at 3, but then I realized I added up the number of words in each of the chapters I'd done and the chapters that would be left, and realized if I did 4 chapters today, I could potentially finish the Scrivener read through tomorrow. As I was driving up here to the park, I thought, oh, maybe I'll take tomorrow off, just everything, which would be good. I'm considering I did do book work on both Tuesday and Thursday this week. I probably should take tomorrow off. And then I could finish the Scrivener read through on Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, I could be making notes and just getting ready to start like the first real developmental edit pass, go over my notes, go over the comments that I've left throughout the Scrivener read through, and start making like a solid editing plan and like what I want to do. So I might give myself tomorrow off. That wouldn't be the worst idea. Outlining went really well. I now have at least 50 words for every chapter, and I am very happy about that. I'm over 6,000 words total, I think, for the outline so far. I'm aiming to get to at least 10,000, and then I will stop and evaluate and decide if I want to keep outlining a little bit or if I want to just start writing. So that's going really well. I can take a break from that tomorrow and not have it affect anything because I don't have Sundays set as a writing day. So anything I would do tomorrow would just be bonus. So I probably should take a day to just take the day off. But it went really well. I'm starting to get more ideas for that second half of the book. And I feel like now that I've got something in every chapter, that feels like I've now got like if we're thinking of a puzzle, I feel like I now have the whole perimeter of the puzzle sorted out. So I'm still plotting, I'm still figuring out the pieces within the puzzle, but the edges and corners are all in place. And so that's a fantastic feeling. It really is. But I'm really enjoying working on that. So that was fun this afternoon. And then I switched back to reading. So I'm reading The Labyrinth by Kate Mosse, or Kate Mosse, Mosse. And yeah, I've been wanting to read this book for a couple months. I think I found it in November and just was ready to start moving on to Christmas books. So I just put it on my list to read at the beginning of this year. And yeah, I'm finally reading it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm still getting into it. It's a really long book. I want to say it's like 500 pages. I've probably already read about an hour or so, hour and a half in this book so far. It's still telling me I've got like almost 7 hours left to it. So it's one of the longest books I've read in the last year. But that's what I wanted to do this year. I'm okay with reading fewer books throughout the whole year if there's some of these longer, more dense, more complex books mixed in. So I'm fine with that. Not sure if I can finish it by January 31st to have it count as my 6th book of January. But I think even if I don't finish it until the 1st or 2nd of February, it's all the same thing. I have it from the library for 6 more days. So I do need to try to finish it within the next 6 days. And I think if I can read for at least an hour or more each day, I will finish it by then before it has to be sucked off my Kindle and sent back to the library. So yeah. It's been a really relaxing afternoon, and now we're gonna go for a lovely hike, and then I will go home and have a lovely very cozy and relaxing evening, which I'm very ready to do that. I feel like the last several evenings I have spent at least 2 hours each evening, if not honestly more, probably 3 hours each evening all week long doing editing and outlining. So this will be the first evening that I don't have any of that to do. So that will make tonight feel fantastic, to just really switch off and just relax and unwind. So all the like worky bits, like the vlog is edited, outlining, editing, all of that is done. Now I can go for my hike and then draw the line across the day. The day is done. This hike marks the rest of the evening beginning. So before I waste any more daylight, let's get out there and go for a lovely, pretty much golden hour now. We're almost to the last hour of light, or before sunset at least. Not sure if I'll stay for the whole sunset. We'll see. Yeah, anyway, enough rambling. Let's get out there and go for a hike. Been defeated. Not sure by what. My body, the mountain, not sure. But I have definitely been defeated by something. As a hike, that was lovely. Every hike, every time I get out here, no matter how long or far or fast or slow I manage to go, every time I get out here for a hike, it is a good thing. So as a hike, it was fantastic. As a workout, not the best. I managed 1.35 miles in 42 minutes. And yeah, I just average pace about 31 minutes per mile. I was going so slow, but I had nothing in me at all. I thought, I've talked about this before, how some days I feel really tired when I'm at home, but I get out on the trail and pick right up. Other days I get out on the trail telling myself just give it a try, see how it goes. And usually pretty quickly I can tell that it's not going to be the best workout. And that's how it was today. Every 1/10 of a mile felt like half a mile. And so, like, I only did 1.35 miles total. I feel like I've hiked 4. Like, that's how tired and worn out I feel. I definitely need to just rest tomorrow. I can't do. I need to like sleep in a little bit. I'm trying not to sleep in too much. I'm really trying. I've been doing well so far, sticking to a regular sleep schedule. So going to bed roughly at the same time and waking up roughly at the same time with like 30 minutes of wiggle room. And it's been going really well. I've been way more consistent than I have been previously. So, and I feel like overall I'm feeling better. I think I know why I feel so run down right now, but it'll be at least another few days. If I'm correct, then within the next 3 or 4 days, I will know for sure. I think I'm nearly at the end of my cycle, and if that's so, then that would be why I'm feeling so worn out. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I just was really tired. So I gave up and I turned around and I headed back. I'm just gonna head home. The sun is still up for another like 20 minutes. I'm not gonna sit out here for 20 minutes. The people parked 2 spots over from me have their tailgate down in the back of their SUV and are watching the sunset, which would be lovely, but I'm too tired. I need to just go home. It's been such a good day. Like, it really has. I'm not complaining. I truly am not. It's been a lovely day. This was a beautiful hike. My only disappointment for the hike is that I was just feeling so tired and couldn't go as far as I wanted, but like, it was still a beautiful hike and it's been a wonderful day. So that's what I'm hanging on to. And I'm gonna go home and have a lovely evening. So it's all good. And tomorrow I'm not gonna do any book work. I think I'm just gonna sit on the couch and read. I'm meeting up with a friend out here to go hiking together tomorrow. So that's another reason why I didn't push myself, because I don't want to overdo it and have nothing left to go hiking tomorrow. Because I tried hiking yesterday. It was kind of the same feeling of today, where I just really couldn't hack it. Beautiful hike, horrible workout. So I feel like I've had that 2 days in a row now. 2 beautiful hikes, 2 not so great workouts. So I don't want to overdo it. I really need to just rest up between now and tomorrow afternoon when I meet my friend, so that we can hopefully have a really nice hike tomorrow. So yeah. Anyway, I feel like this has been a very long and rambly and chatty vlog. I'm kind of dreading editing it because I know I've talked for way too much. So hopefully I will have edited it. Hopefully I'll have made it shorter. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, that's enough. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I'm just gonna end while I can. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all of that great stuff. Say hi in the comments, let me know how you're doing. Leave me the calendar emoji for the planning that we did earlier. I feel good about that. I'm glad I got that done. Yeah, let me know, since as you are watching this, I think February 1st is tomorrow. So what is one of your goals for February, or what is a project you're working on for February, or what is something fun you have planned for February? For me, I think my top goal is to at least make the eye appointment. I don't know if I'll be able to get in with someone in February, but at least want to make that appointment by the end of February. Project I'll be working on will be Across the Pond 4 primarily, but also Independent Hearts 4. And I am looking forward to my birthday. I'm excited. I've already got stuff planned that I'm really looking forward to the week before and the week of my birthday. The week before my birthday and on my birthday itself. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, let's just chat February goals, projects, plans, all of that fun stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna go home. And get cleaned up and just crash on the couch and have a super cozy evening. I'll add some clips of that on the end of this vlog, and I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!